Yeah, architect Obaje will be telling us who he is. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. QS Nzekwekene Christopher Lawrence was born on the 9th of June, 1966 in Lagos, Nigeria. His parents were among the first batch of Igbo public servants that were transferred to northern Nigeria after the Civil War in 1971, precisely to Zaria, Kaduna State. He had his primary school education at Meiramas Primary School, Sabongeri, Zaria, from 1972 to 1978. He then proceeded to Government Secondary School, Zaria, now Dauda College, Zaria, from 1978 to 1983 for his secondary school education. From 1983 to 1985, he was at Federal Government College, Kaduna, for his higher school certificates. He obtained his BSc Hons, quantity surveying from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, in 1990. He also obtained master's degree in international affairs and diplomacy from 2001 to 2003 at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and another Master of Science degree in quantity surveying from 2011 to 2014 at the same institution. He became a corporate member of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors and fully registered quantity surveyor in 1999, respectively. In 2001, the Institute of Corporate Executives of Nigeria inducted him as a fellow, and in 2017, he was elevated into the fellow cadre of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. He has had a fulfilling and rewarding profession work career with the following organizations: First Bank PLC, Regional Office, North Kaduna, 1990 to 1991, NYSC, where he worked as a quantity surveyor, Space Makers Nigeria Limited, 1991 to 1992, where he also worked in the same capacity. At Amadu and Partners, 1992 to 1998, where he worked as a senior quantity surveyor, and he is presently working at Bill Cost Development Partnership, 1998 till date, in the capacity of a managing partner. He has participated in very varied range of projects in the past and presently. A few of them are listed here too. CBN Governor's Residence, Wuse 2, Abuja. 5-number CBN Deputy Governor's Residence, Matama, Abuja. JAMB Headquarters, Buhari, Abuja. Remodeling of all Main Street Bank branches in Nigeria. Sharia Court of Appeal Project, Bauchi State. Project Management and Cost Management Consultancy Retainership for NHRC, Ultra-Modern Skills Acquisition and Vocational Center for the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Skills Acquisition Centers in Anambra, Kanu, Kogi, Bauchi, Imo, and Ogun States. Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. Bilingual Education Projects for 3 senatorial zones in Nasarawa State for ISDB consultants, to BPP for the monitoring and surveillance of ongoing projects of the federal government consultants, to NSITF for their fund-wide projects. In July 2003, he was appointed the Senior Special Advisor on Internal Generated Revenue to Anambra State Governor at the time of His Excellency Dr. Chris N. Ngige. He was deployed as SSA, Executive Chairman, Anambra State Poverty Alleviation Agency, known as Anambra State Volunteer Service Agency. In August 2007, he was elected Chairman, the Anambra State Chapter of NIQS, a position in which he served for 2 terms until August 2011. In 2019, he was elected to serve as the Vice President, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, 2019 to November 2021 to 2021. At the NIQS BGEM in November 2021, he was elected the Deputy President of NIQS for the period November 2021 to November 2023. Between November 2021 to November 2023, he served as Chairman and Membership Committee of QS and Chairman Registration and Certification Committee of QSRBN, respectively. And currently, he's the President, Nigerian Institute of Architects, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. Please, can we give a round of applause to the President, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors, QS, Nzekwe Kene Christopher. Thank you very much, sir.
You know, thank you for the clapping. You know, Kaduna is home to me. I'm not sure too many people were born before 1971, who are in this hall. So if I had started living in this town since 1971, I'm sure everyone will concede to me, Nima Tangarini. And I'm not sure it's a mistake. It is only a sign that the architect need to honor me with an honorary fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Architects. Somebody stood here and referred to me as the President, Nigerian Institute of Architects. And Dr. Bajeku stood here to give a brief of my citation. Also referred to me as President of Nigerian Institute of Architects. You know, messages come in different form and format. I want to believe that the architects are listed in. So it's up to you to do the needful. But I want to, on a very serious note, thank the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Kaduna State Chapter, for the honor they have given me today to come here and make this presentation. You know, the people who taught and asked me to do this are people who are my friends and within the same age bracket. They know that one of them is a president of a professional institution in the built environment who has always been in the trenches with them. And suddenly I'm here today standing as the president of Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. I am not taking this honor for granted. I want to say a very big thank you. I want to do a very simple assignment that I have thought through. And it's not going to, my presentation is going to come as an address, not a presentation by way of slides. Because if I want to delve into slides, it's no longer going to be a keynote address. And the topic was given to me, keynote address on hybridization, exploring urban development strategies in Kaduna, delivered by me, the president of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, during Kaduna Architects Forum, Kadaf 2.0, organized by the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Kaduna State Chapter, on this day, 24th October 2024. It is an immense honor and privilege to stand before you as a keynote speaker for day 2 of the Kaduna Architects Forum 2024, Kadaf 2.0. Today's theme, hybridization, exploring urban development strategies in Kaduna, resonates deeply with the ongoing transformation in our built environment. I'm excited to reunite with esteemed colleagues and professionals who are making remarkable strides in shaping our future. I extend my gratitude for the invitation, and I'm pleased to join you today. In 2021, the United Nations projected that by 2050, more than 2/3 of the world's population will live in urban areas. This rapid urbanization has been particularly pronounced in Africa, where the proportion of urban residents are doubled over the past 3 decades. However, this growth is often coupled with challenges such as informal settlements, insufficient infrastructure, and the intensifying impact of climate change, which exacerbate disparities in access to services and opportunities between urban and rural areas. Nigeria, the most populous country in Africa, has experienced a significant rise in urbanization, with the urban population increasing from 17% in 1960 to over 50% by 2020. Projections suggest that this figure may well reach 68.4 by 2050. The consequences of urbanization on rural development, particularly in terms of poverty and inequality, have been the subject of several ongoing debates. In the 50s, rural development was primarily viewed through the lenses of modernization, where industrialization and urbanizations were seen as prerequisites for transforming rural livelihoods. Developments in urban centers was believed to be essential for driving progress in rural areas, with urban growth expected to trickle down and stimulate rural economic activity. Since the 2000s, both individual countries and the international development community have explored new approaches to urbanization. The United Nations, through its Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, has emphasized the importance of creating inclusive, safe, and sustainable cities, SDG 11. Achieving this goal is integral to other global objectives, such as poverty eradication, SDG 1, ensuring healthy living, SDG 3, promoting gender equality, SDG 5, and fostering economic growth, SDG 8. Sustainability has since emerged as a cornerstone of urban planning, with a focus on integrating urban and rural development. When governed effectively, urbanization can drive economic growth, improve access to goods and services, and enhance employment opportunities in both urban and rural settings. The flow of agricultural products and industrial goods between rural and urban areas can raise living standards, boost productivity, and reduce disparities between these regions. Thus, while urbanization presents numerous opportunities for poverty reduction, income growth, and economic development, it must be managed properly to avoid urbanization without growth, a phenomenon where urban expansion fails to result in national economic development. And that is what we are seeing in Nigeria. It's everywhere. It is very glaring. The other day I saw the Minister of FCT. He was driving and he had to park his car where he saw slums within the urban settlement. Well-governed urbanization has the potential to propel countries like Nigeria onto a sustainable trajectory toward long-term prosperity. Kaduna State has shown commendable progress in urban and rural development compared to other states in Northwest region. The state's focus on coordinated development initiative has significantly improved the quality of life for many of its residents. The Kaduna State Infrastructure Master Plan 2018-20 to 2050 outlines a long-term strategy for sustainable infrastructure development. Furthermore, the Kaduna State Open Government Strategic Vision 2024 to 2025 emphasizes transparency, accountability, and active citizen participation in governance, all of which are important factors for urbanization to be done the right way. Since 2005, Kaduna's urban population has grown rapidly from 760,084 residents in 2006 to an estimated 1.1 million in 2023. The Kaduna State Urban Planning and Development Authority has taken steps to upgrade infrastructure and services to accommodate this growth. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has also championed urban renewal projects aimed at improving living conditions. On the rural side, the Kaduna State Rural Access and Mobility Project, supported by the World Bank, has helped improve road networks and institutional capacity with $72 million investment. Additionally, projects like the African Development Bank Rural Water and Sanitation Initiative have provided valuable models for further development efforts in Kaduna. In spite of the progress made, Kaduna still grapples with significant challenges that threaten to undermine the strides in development. Most notably, an overwhelming 88.8% of the population remains below the national poverty level or poverty line, a sobering statistics that reflects the deep-rooted issues at play. The stark reality raises the question, how can urban and rural development initiative drive meaningful change when a vast portion of the population remains trapped in poverty? At the heart of these challenges is the rapid pace of urbanization. While urban growth can be a sign of economic progress, in Kaduna, it places an enormous strain on already overstretched infrastructure and resources. The burgeoning population increasingly stresses the city's transportation system, housing, and essential services, exposing a glaring infrastructure deficit. Insufficient access to clean water, sanitation, and reliable housing are not just inconveniences, they are critical barriers to improve living standards. Furthermore, the environmental costs of this growth are undeniable. Climate change is no longer a distant threat, but a present-day reality. Compounding the state's challenges, pollution, inadequate waste management, and environmental degradation have escalated, threatening both human and the sustainability of development efforts. How can a city build a prosperous future when its natural environment is in jeopardy? Social inequality adds another layer of complexity. The gap between those with access to education, health, and economic opportunities and those without continues to widen, fueling social tensions. The disparity raises a fundamental question about the inclusivity of the state's development. Are the benefits of our urbanization reaching all citizens or only a select few? Traffic congestion, a seemingly mundane issue, has far-reaching consequences. The inefficiency in traffic management, coupled with lack of diverse transportation options, not only hampers productivity, but also contributes to poor air quality and diminishes the quality of life for many residents. Finally, the challenges of limited resources and inadequate planning cannot be overlooked. Without sufficient funding and visionary planning, even the most ambitious urban development projects will fall short. These intertwined challenges serve as a critical reminder that development must be both inclusive and sustainable. Without addressing these underlying issues, progress will remain fragmented, leaving many behind. The question then is not just to overcome this obstacle, but how to transform them into opportunities for lasting, equitable development. The rural-urban development strategies in Kaduna State, to address the challenges brought about by rapid urbanization and climate change, Kaduna must adopt an integrated approach to rural-urban development. Key strategies include urban renewal projects, smart city initiative, sustainable urban planning, infrastructure development, community engagement, climate change adaptation. By prioritizing these strategies, Kaduna can foster inclusive and sustainable growth, enhancing the quality of life of both urban and rural residents. Urbanization offers immense opportunities for rural transformation, provided it is managed thoughtfully and sustainably. In conclusion, the relationship between urbanization and rural development in Kaduna State is both intricate and dynamic. Urbanization presents significant opportunities for enhancing rural economic growth, primarily through increased demand for agricultural products and services. However, it can also pose challenges such as the loss of livelihoods due to displacement and the conversion of agricultural land, which can lead to urban sprawl. I mean, that is a common thing here. We hear about the herders and farmers clash. It's a commonplace in our midst. For Kaduna to fully benefit from urbanization, it is crucial to recognize and incorporate the strategies mentioned into state, local, and national policies. The success of this effort beyond on establishing conducive infrastructure, structural institutional framework, and sustained political commitment with proper governance, urbanization can serve as a catalyst for reducing rural poverty, improving food security, and transforming rural areas. To harness the economic benefits of rapid urbanization while supporting rural communities, we must promote inclusive, resilient, and sustainable development that aligns with the specific need and circumstances of Kaduna State. Thank you for listening.
Please help me put your hands together for the FNIQS President, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. We're talking about QS Nzekwe Kene Christopher. Help me once again to put your hands together for him. Sir, before you leave, we have something special for you. Just hold on. At this point, I'd like to very humbly invite His Royal Highness, Mohammed Yusuf Sir Inlere, to kindly come up to the stage. Of course, he's the chairman, Nigerian Egypt Business Council. Help me invite him with a huge round of applause. For those of you who were here, he was here with us yesterday, patiently waiting, and we enjoyed his company. He's going to do us the honor of presenting to our keynote speaker the plaque that we have.
This is an award. I just call him Alan Ken because he's from Kaduna. To our dear brother, the president of the Nigerian Institute of QS. QS. I wouldn't miss it. Yeah. So I'm giving you this award on behalf of NIA Kaduna chapter. With deepest appreciation, they hereby give you this award, and your name is there, and they truly appreciate you. So this is an award from them.
Let me take this one.
Just hold on. Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the honor. At the same time, His Royal Highness will be giving us his goodwill message. Okay, all right. In the meantime, we want to acknowledge the presence of Alhaji Mohammed Kudu Mohammed, Chairman, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, Redan. He was here with us yesterday. He was with us throughout yesterday and is present. So we'll be taking the goodwill message from His Royal Highness.
I would like to stand on the existing protocol since yesterday. And first, I would like to thank God for letting us to see yesterday and today for our very, very wonderful and encouraging outing by the Institute of Architects, the national, especially the Kaduna chapter. I think it was quite wonderful. I had the opportunity to go around. I've seen a lot of displays of professionals and creativity from companies that are adding value to the building industry. So I believe it's a very good outing, and I'm extremely happy I didn't miss it. And I'm very apologetic for those that are not able to make it, especially those that were invited. It's an insight, truly. I would like to see this opportunity to convey, this is official, an apology from the former Vice President, Architect Namadi Sambo. I've been trying to connect with him because he said when I'm here, I should try connect him and then put him on the speaker. He would like to speak. But unfortunately, we couldn't connect. But he sends his apologies, and then he congratulates the organizers. And of course, as a father to the Institute, he's really, putting himself together, align himself with you people. And we hope you'll be having more of this. Yesterday, we had the representative of the Emir of Zazzau. I thought he would be here today, but unfortunately, he has a... But of course, he was here yesterday. He represented the Emir. And somebody was telling me yesterday when he saw him in his regalia, he said that he's shocked. I mean, he's an architect. For somebody to dress like that and then to come as an architect, he worked in the government, and as a matter of fact, he saw some of his colleagues yesterday. So most of us, the way you see us, we are professionals. I'm an industrial designer, and I was the first ED of Kaduna State Development and Property Company. We brought it from Housing Authority to the Property Development Company over 30 years ago. And I'm again happy to say this Brutala Square you are seeing, my signature was appended to bring it down to Kaduna State. We did a lot of intervention. We started the site and services, and of course, as industrial designer from Ahmadu Bello University, our students are here, and most of us here are from the glorious ABU Zaria, so I'm proud to see my alma mater, most of our alma maters here. I'm very, very proud. Anywhere we go, we see products of ABU Zaria excelling. So I'm very happy with this development. And I'm happy to say that industrial design, architectures, and quantity surveyors were under the same roof environment. We used to do, because of we're artists, to do some shadings for them if they are given assignments. So it's a very good thing. I'm so glad to be here. I would like to just point out something. Architectural design is everything. It's encompassing. If you are an architect, you can do anything. It's a matter of creativity. So we can virtually do anything. Just like industrial designer, we can fit anywhere. So I believe next time, if you're having an event, it will be very good if you invite the interior decorators, some of the artisans too, the welders, those that are having a lot of crafty ideas, because they complement the architectural designers and the buildings these days, because it's a composition. So I believe you'll be able to blend. So next time, I believe you'll be able to invite some of them, because we have a lot of them talented, even the local ones, that can add value to what you're doing. And I'm glad again to say that from now, maybe next time, we would like to partner with you from NACIMA, the National Association of Chambers of Commerce, because I'm on the board as well of the National Association of Chambers of Commerce. We have a lot of engineers, architects, and it's a full body of more than 900 companies in Nigeria. So we are ready to partner with you. And then apart from NACIMA, my own business council, the Nigerian Egypt Business Council too, will be glad to partner with you as well. Because we saw some elements of Egyptian craft yesterday and mosaic. So why don't we partner together? Sometimes we go to Egypt, do some sightseeing, and then bring it back to Nigeria and see how we can develop it or tailor it to our own needs. So having said that, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity just to say something. And I'd like to congratulate all the people that got award since from yesterday and today. And Dan Kaduda, congratulations. That was a very nice presentation, honestly. It was a presentation from somebody that knows Kaduna. You could see, the insight, the way he was making this presentation, is somebody that is not reading, but he knows what he's doing, and he can picture all the things he was saying. So it was a very nice one. We're going to use it, and pick something out of it. So having said all these things, I'd like to congratulate you once again. I'm wishing you all the best, and I wish you the last few hours a successful deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So many wonderful insights and beautiful promises. Nigerian Institute of Architects welcomes all sorts of collaborations, cooperations, and this is definitely a very big one and a very rich one. I think a round of applause once more. That is how a goodwill message should be, with a lot of goodwill in it. Thank you very much. Want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Ako Salifu, Chair, Technical Committee, Institute of Mortgage Brokers and Lenders of Nigeria. It's also here, Dr. Ako Salifu. Thank you very much. And Simon Jimo of the same institute. Thank you very much for being here. We're going to have a second product presentation by CAP PLC. CAP PLC, come onto the stage and project presentation, after which we will be moving on with the next program. Thank you very much. CAP PLC. So your slides are open.
Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols duly observed. It's my pleasure to stand before you here to represent Chemical and Allied Products PLC. It's a renowned paint company in Nigeria that has been existing for quite some time, over 6 decades. So let me just do a little introduction of CAP PLC. We have been a leading player in the paint industry in the country, and we've been existing for over 6 decades, producing quality products in the country. We currently have a market in Nigeria. We have Dulux, we have Santex, we have Caplux, and of course we have Hempel. And of course we are a customer-centric organization, so we are always up and doing to give you a top-notch customer service. So who we are. Chemical and Allied Products PLC is a subsidiary of UAC of Nigeria. We represent Hempel, which is a global industrial and marine top coat. And of course, we are the technological licensee of Dulux Nigeria, which is a brand of Akzo Nobel UK. So for Dulux, we have a wide range of colors, and I can boastfully say we are the only company in Nigeria that provides you with up to 12,000 different shades of colors for Dulux. We have our presence pan-Nigeria with over 200 registered franchise outlets and also distributors. So there's are just logos of our high-performing brands. So the first brand is Dulux. Of course, Dulux is almost a household name in the building profession. We have the Dulux regular that comes in 20-liter buckets, and then we have the Dulux trade that comes in 5-liter gallons, and we also have the 2.5-liter gallons. We have Santex. We call it the Smart Choice. Santex is also our brand. It sits comfortably at the top of the standard paint segment in Nigeria. And we have Caplux. Caplux has a top coat as well, but our major focus for Caplux lies on the surface preparatory products. You will agree with me that most causes of paint failure is as a result of poor surface preparation. And unfortunately, we happen to be the thing to do when you talk about construction. So in most cases, we take the blame for other people's errors. That's why we always reiterate the importance of surface preparation before application of a top coat. We have our pre-mixed screeding filler, which is a 100% putty product that allows for expansion. We all know that one of the major setbacks for our locally mixed screeding is cracks, because cement has been designed to dry off and solidify. So that solidification does not allow room for expansion. And expansion is a natural phenomenon that must happen. So in expansion happening, it pushes for cracks. But with our premixed screeding filler, you are well assured that there are no risks of cracks, and it's used for interior and exterior. We also have primers. We have alkali resistant primer, and we also have the red oxide primer for metals. We have our brand of biocidal wash for people that have issues with algae growth. All you need to do is just scrape the algae, you scrub with our biocidal wash, allow for contact time, which is very, very necessary. You wash, and then you apply your top coat. Surface preparation importance can never be overemphasized in the building profession. Because as a painter, I need to pay good attention to surface preparation, because no matter how good your paint is, if you don't properly prepare the surface, there's likelihood that your paint will fail. So this is Hempel. It's industrial and marine coat that we have in Nigeria. It sits high in the hierarchy of industrial coatings in the country. Next, please. Okay. So this is just a guarantee from CAP. Of course, for those people that have used our brands, you know how reliable and qualitative our products are. We give you best price for value when you talk about price per liter. Profitability in terms of our franchise partners, I mean, in the paint industry, I can boastfully say when you do business with CAP PLC, we stand out to be one of the most profitable in doing business with. Our secure reputation, of course, we don't compromise standard. So we always work in our reputation, customer support. So here is just a list of some of our clients: Pan Nigeria, Access, ExxonMobil, MTN, UAC, Afri Properties, and the rest. And our doors are always open for partnership, for franchisee outlets, distributor outlets, either for Dulux or Santex. Our doors are always open. And of course, it's the end of the year, so we are running end of year promos. So you can meet us at our stand, and you know about the promos we are running, so that you can enjoy from our offers. Thank you very much.
Help me put your hands together for them. Well, just before you go,
Give you appreciation. Also, because CAP have actually supported us, what he has done is a sales pitch, but over here is a recognition of what they have done with us over the years. And in appreciation for that support and that partnership, the Nigerian Institute of Architects Kaduna State Chapter hereby presents CAPLC this appreciation plaque. We look forward to many, many more years of cooperation, of collaboration, and participation in all of our programs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. There is a bit of an important announcement here. There's a free, that's the keyword, EDGE training workshop. EDGE, Excellence in Design for Greater Efficiency. So there's a free EDGE training workshop. It's an IFC World Bank Green Building Certification System. This workshop is free and is open to all participants in the building and construction industry, and also for students. The facilitator is Mrs. Titilola Sonola, IFC World Bank EDGE Lead for Nigeria. This program is going to happen tomorrow, Friday, 25th October 2024 at 10 a.m. at the College of Environmental Studies, Kaduna Polytechnic, Baranawa. I mean, this is a combination of it being both free and being extremely contemporary and very, very important. So free EDGE training workshop. Please make the effort to attend tomorrow, 10 a.m. Baranawa CES. Once you get there, you will definitely get directions to where the training is taking place. It should be taking place in the main hall. Very important. So we move on to the next presentation. Maybe she will do that herself. Architect Hadiza Lere from the Society of Landscape Architects of Nigeria, SLAN, who will be presenting the next paper. Round of applause for her, and then Architect Hadiza, you're welcome. SLAN have also been, well, they are landscape architects and have participated 100% in the activities of Kaduna State Chapter of Nigerian Institute of Architects, and even nationally, actually. Architect Hadiza. She's our colleague. Her citation is that she has always been around, and she's here with us, and she's going to deliver.
Thank you, Dr. Daruda. Good morning, distinguished invited guests, my lecturers from ABU and Kaduna Polytechnic, my colleagues, like Dr. Daruda, my dear students, whom I can see very plenty around. Permit me to please stand on the existing protocol. My name is Hadiza Mohammed Liri, member, Society of Landscape Architects of Nigeria, SLAN, and a lecturer, like he said, at the Department of Architecture, Kaduna Polytechnic. It is always an honor and privilege to be invited by the NIA to present papers on behalf of SLAN. Thank you, NIA, for always giving us this privilege and a priceless opportunity. We do not take this for granted. This is a joint paper presentation by my mentor, Dr. Maimuna Saleh-Bala, F-SLAN of ABU Zaria, who is unavoidably absent today and sends her warmest regards and wishes, best wishes, and my humble self. So the title of our paper is Creating Urban Sustainable Landscapes for Kaduna, the landscape architect's contribution. Next slide, please. So let me start by defining the word urban. Initially, when this word was slated in, there was a lot of confusion. In fact, some people thought it was urban misspelled. So let me define urban for those that do not know, especially some of my students. The word urban was coined by Indian architect and urban planner Charles Correa in the 1980s, and it describes a blend of rural and urban characteristics, emphasizing the integration of rural and urban elements in planning and developing the environment. The term reflects the blending of these two distinct landscapes, often in the context of suburban development, where urban and rural elements coexist. Urban highlights the complexity and interconnectivity of societal, economic, and ecological systems in areas that transition between urban and rural settings. Oxford Dictionary 2024 also describes urban as relating to or characteristic of a blend of rural and urban areas, combining aspects of both. And there's also a scholarly definition of the word to mean a combination of elements of rural and urban environments, referring to areas that exhibit the following characteristics of both, which underscore like 4 different aspects, namely integration, where urban areas reflect an integration of rural and urban features, blending agricultural, residential, and commercial uses in a spatially cohesive manner. Number 2, sustainability. And this concept emphasizes sustainable development, seeking to leverage the strengths of both environments, such as rural resource management and urban infrastructure, while addressing challenges like urban sprawl and rural decline. Number 3 is socio-economic dynamic. Here, urban studies often focus on the socioeconomic integration between urban and rural populations, examining issues like migration, local economies, and cultural exchanges. The last Sorry, the microphone. Okay. Number 4, ecological functioning. In this area, urban landscapes are regarded for their ecological roles, acting as buffers that support biodiversity and providing ecosystem services while accommodating human activities. So evidently, urban signifies a transitional or hybrid space that seeks to optimize the benefits of both rural and urban contexts within the sustainable framework. So why is it important? What is the importance of sustainable landscapes? In their journal, next slide please, okay. In their journal, Sustainable Landscape Planning Approach in Urban Identity Protection 2023, Barish, which is a Turkish name, and Kegugiz wrote extensively about the benefits of sustainable landscape planning. 5 key reasons deducted from their publication supporting why sustainable landscapes in urban planning are crucial include: 1, environmental resilience. They help to mitigate the impacts of climate change by managing stormwater, reducing urban heat, and preserving local biodiversity. 2, quality of life. Sustainable landscapes enhance urban green spaces, improving air quality, areas, and promoting mental well-being as residents. Number 3, resource efficiency. They encourage the use of native plants and efficient water management, which reduces resource consumption and maintenance costs. 4, community engagement. Involving community members in planning sustainable landscapes fosters social cohesion and ensures that developments meet local needs. 5, economic benefits. Well-planned sustainable landscapes can increase property values, attract tourism, and support livelihoods, through eco-friendly initiatives. All in all, integrating sustainable landscapes into Kaduna's urban planning promotes a healthier, more resilient and economically vibrant city. So how do we come in, the landscape architects? What role are we going to play? Landscape architects can play a crucial role in this regard by, 1, site assessment and planning, analyzing the unique characteristics of the land. Next slide, please. Thank you. Analyzing the unique characteristics of the land to integrate rural and urban elements efficiently. This is showing how one of the aspects of site analysis is conducted while you study the movement of the sun and then how to reduce sun exposure. We introduced a tree was introduced which will control or enhance thermal comfort. Next slide, please. Number 2, ecological design. Implementing sustainable practices that protect local ecosystems, such as using native plants like Adansonia digitata, which is the kuka that we know in Hausa, the baobab tree. It's indigenous. Some of them have naturalized. Some exotic ones have naturalized, but this is indigenous. Creating green spaces like gardens and managing water resources. Number 3, community engagement. Involving local communities in the planning process to ensure that designs meet their needs and preserve cultural identity. If the communities know that their needs will be met, economic and otherwise, they will cooperate maximally, and this will be to a large extent guaranteed. Next slide, okay. Number 4, infrastructure development. Designing multifunctional spaces that support both rural and urban activities, such as community gardens and recreational areas. Fairly good examples are the Murtala Square and the 5th Choka, Kaduna. They support recreational activities such as horse riding, which is both a rural and urban activity. We are at this point advocating for more of these spaces that can accommodate more urban activities as one of the strategies to achieve the subject matter. This is just an image of polo activity in Murtala Square, Kaduna. But outside the polo season, the horses are available for anybody that is interested to ride, at a price, of course. So this is one of the semester projects. Every year we try to give students the opportunity to design landscape spaces, landscape spaces. This is the U Block's courtyard, and this last semester, the students, 300 level students, were given this assignment to redesign the landscape, the courtyard of the U Block CES Bernawa. Because during the exams periods, you see them loitering around and they don't have anywhere to hang out. So that's why we asked them to do that. And this particular student provided the seeds and green vegetation and all of that. So number 5, next slide, okay. Sustainable materials. Advocating for the use of sustainable materials in construction to reduce ecological footprints, e.g. laterite, mud bricks, bamboo, etc. Panteka Market in Kaduna State is a good starting point. There's a lot of recycling done by artisans who use locally sourced materials to create amazing products. At this point, let me just say that we have a few exhibits in our stand, the stand, our booth behind there. So please, you're all invited to have a look. This picture is just showing a recycled cake mixer from Panteka, and some activities going on there. Number 6, transportation solutions. Developing efficient transit systems that connect urban and rural areas, promoting accessibility and reducing congestion. For example, expanding the existing railroad services to take care of this. Number 7, climate resilience. Incorporating strategies to mitigate climate change impacts, such as enhancing green cover to improve air quality and reduce heat. Provision of more parks will also help as they serve as the lungs of the city, purifying the air. This necessitates a collaboration between the landscape architects, building architects, and indeed all allied professionals in the built environment, with a common goal of achieving the aforementioned. Number 8, education and advocacy. Promoting sustainable practices and raising awareness about the benefits of integrating urban landscapes through workshops, conferences, fora such as Kadaf, lecture halls, and community programs. By focusing on these areas and more, landscape architects can help create vibrant and sustainable environments that balance the needs of both urban and rural populations in Kaduna. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. You do us another favor not to come down yet. We'll escort you back just the way. Please help me put your hands together for her. She's done a great job of her job, don't you think? One more time, another round of applause. Thank you so very, very much. At this point, I'd like to invite architect Kabiru Yebu, FNIA, to join us on the podium, please. Help me put your hands together for him as he comes here. He was with us yesterday, sitting calmly just at the back, but we noticed him. And help me, please, put your hands together for him again as he comes. He's coming up here to play a very, very important role of, well, you see.
Oh, okay. Please permit me to still stand on the existing protocol. Sorry. On behalf of the Nigeria Institute of Architects, Kaduna State Chapter, in appreciation, which you presented on behalf of Dr. Maimuna Bala Saleh, who happens to be 1 year ahead of me in ABU Zaria. My regards to her, please. I present in recognition of your inspiring and informative presentation during this forum. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Architect Kabir Dayebu. Also, thank you, Architect Adiza, for that presentation. We want to recognize the presence of Architect Umar Murnai, FNIA, immediate past registrar of the Architect Registration Council of Nigeria. Thank you very much, sir, for turning up. Let me just mention once more, as a reminder about the free edge training workshop, which will be coming up at CES Bernal campus tomorrow, 10 a.m. We should avail ourselves of this kind of golden opportunity. It doesn't really just come up every time. Even if it does, it is hardly free. So please, let's use the advantage to get the skills and the knowledge that will help us. Next, we have the next presentation. Are you calling? Are you the one reading? This will be by the representative of the Honorable Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Architect Ibrahim Hamza. He is ably represented here by Engineer Aliyu Mohammed Tukur. You can come up to the stage and have his presentation. Thank you very much, Engineer Aliyu Mohammed Tukur. Please, a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Well, before he actually gives what he is supposed to do here, remember he's representing architect Dr. Ibrahim Hamza. I have a brief citation of him, if you'll permit me. Architect Dr. Ibrahim Hamza, MNIA, MPMI, Honorable Commissioner of Public Works and Infrastructure, Kaduna State. Architect Dr. Ibrahim Hamza, MNIA, MPMIA, was born on May 14, 1974, in Kaduna, Nigeria. A distinguished architect who has built a notable career in architecture, project management, and public service. He currently serves as the Honorable Commissioner for Kaduna State Ministry of Public Works, a role he has held since July 2023. In this capacity, he oversees the planning and provision of essential physical infrastructure across the state, including roads, water supply, and energy services. Dr. Hamza's academic journey reflects his commitment to professional growth. He earned his Bachelor of Science in Architecture in 1999 and later a Master of Science in Architecture in 2002. He furthered his education at the University of Reading in the UK, obtaining a Master's in Project Management in 2011. In 2015, he achieved a Doctor of Business Administration from Commonwealth University in Belize, specializing in business administration, and in 2016, he earned an MBA in Leadership and Sustainability from Robert Kennedy College in Zurich. If you biodata is on page 37. You can actually go through it. Just to round up, Dr. Ibrahim Hamza's contributions to architecture and public service continue to impact the infrastructure development landscape in Nigeria. Please, a huge round of applause for him as his representative gives his speech. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished members.
Just a minute, please.
Sorry, kindly pardon this interruption. Please, based on all the presentations and lectures made, we would like to appeal to members of in the audience to please kindly write down any questions or inquiries they might have. Just prepare them on little pieces of paper because we will have a Q&A session so that the Q&A session can now be handled. The presentation by Dr. Mursala and even the presentation about to happen now. Please an appeal that kindly write down your questions or inquiries or any clarifications you might require so that they can be addressed by the presenters who are all here at the moment. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, distinguished members of the Nigerian Institute of Architects. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I am Engineer Ali Mohammed Tukur, MNSE, Director of Infrastructure, Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure. And it is my privilege to stand before you, Ibrahim Hamza, MNI, who is unavoidably absent. Today, I will share insight and reflections on equitable development, ensuring that the benefits of hybrid architecture are accessible to all members of the society, regardless of locations and socio-economic status, emphasizing our collective visions for the future of architecture in Nigeria. Without further ado, I invite you to listen as I read the Commissioner's address. Introduction. As urban areas continue to grow, there is an increased need for sustainable and inclusive development model. Hybrid architecture, which combines elements of traditional modern buildings practice, offers a promising solution to address the challenges of urban sprawl and social inequality. However, to ensure that the benefit of hybrid architecture are accessible to all, it is crucial to adopt an equitable developmental approach. Equitable development refers to strategies and practices that ensures all individuals, regardless of their locations, socio-economic status, or background, benefit from progress and innovations. Hybrid architecture promotes the blending of both old and new technology offers tremendous potentials to address issues of sustainability, resilience, and functionality. However, without deliberate focus, this advancement may be limited to affluent urban centers or wealthiest communities, leaving marginalized areas of micro development behind, thereby creating urban slums. The key principles of equitable development. One, diversity. Second, cultural sensitivity. Third, accessibility. Fourth, affordability. Fifth, sustainability. And last but not least, community engagement. Now, implementing equitable development. Implementing equitable development requires a collaborative effort between government developers, architects, and community organizations. Here are some of the strategies that can be used to promote equitable development in the context of hybrid architecture. One, government policy. Government policy can play a critical role in promoting equitable development by providing financial incentives, such as tax breaks and subsidies to developers who build affordable hybrid housing. They can also establish zoning regulations that encourage the use of hybrid architecture and promote mixed-use development. Second, developers' partnership. Developers can play an important role in equitable development by partnering with non-profitable organizations, community groups, and government agencies to develop affordable hybrid housing projects. They can also adopt sustainable design practice and prioritize the needs of community in their development plan. Third, architectural innovation. Architects can develop innovative and cost-effective hybrid building designs that are accessible to a wider range of people. They can also collaborate with community organizations to ensure their designs meet the needs and preferences of the community. Fourth, community engagement. Community organizations can play a vital role in promoting equitable development by advocating for the needs of their communities and participating in the development process. They can also help to educate the public about the benefit of hybrid architecture and encourage the adoption of sustainable practices. Challenges to equitable development in hybrid architecture. One, economic barriers. Advanced technology often requires upfront investment that may be insensible to underprivileged communities. Second, geographical inequity. Urban areas tend to benefit from innovation faster than rural areas, creating a gap in access to resources and development. Third, lack of infrastructure. Some communities may lack the necessary infrastructure like internet, renewable energy grid to support the hybrid technology. Fourth, social resistance. Cultural and social resistance to change can inhibit the adoption of modern methods, especially in regions where traditional architecture is deeply embedded. Equity in architectural design. Equitable development in architecture seeks to integrate the concept of social equity into urban planning and building design, which ensures the fair access to resources, opportunities, and facilitates for all individuals, regardless of their background. Here are some of the principles of equity in architectural design. One, universal / flexible design, creating space that are usable by all people to the greatest extent, people without the need for adaptation. Second, participatory planning, involving the community in decision-making process to reflect their needs and preferences. Third, resources efficiency. Designing buildings that are resources sustainably and equitably. Now, for example, a library designed with equity in mind may include ramp for wheelchair access, multilingual signages, and community meetings rooms available for public use. Such features ensure the library serves as an inclusive space for all members of all community. Now, successful example of equitable development in hybrid architecture include the Barcelona's La Sangra Familia. This building showcased the integration of modern and Gothic style while promoting community engagement among stakeholders. Second, the Singapore public housing, blending affordability with innovation design, encourages affordability in public housing projects. Third, the Medellin urban renewal, transforming neighborhoods through inclusive design. In conclusion, it is essential to note that equitable development in hybrid architecture requires community-centric approach, policy support and regulatory frameworks, collaborations and stakeholders engagement, innovative designs and technology, and last but not least, ongoing evaluation and monitoring. Finally, equitable development is important for ensuring that the benefit of hybrid architecture are accessible for all by prioritizing accessibility, affordability, diversity, sustainability, and community engagement. A more just and equitable can create future for all. Thank you. So, and on this note, I want to announce that architect Dr. Ibrahim Hamza is supporting the institution with 2 million naira. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A huge thank you, representative to the commissioner. And I just heard 2 million naira and I didn't hear any clap. Haba. Sir, we thank you very, very much. But just before you leave, we have something very special. Let me invite architect Ayuba Natsa, FNIA, to the podium. Thank you. Help me invite him with a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. Architect Ayuba Natsa is going to do us the honors.
Permit me to stand on the well-established protocol. I have this singular honor to present this award to you. Why are you laughing? All right. NIA Kaduna Chapter Appreciation Award with deepest appreciation we hereby present to Architect Dr. Ibrahim Hamza, MNI, in recognition of your inspiring and informative presentation during the Kadaf 2.0. Kindly extend our warm regards to Architect Ibrahim. I present this to you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Architect Ayuba Natsa, and to the Commissioner. If you had opened your speech with that donation, I think it would have even been more exciting. But thank you very, very much. I want to acknowledge the presence of the Chair, NIA Katsina State Chapter, Architect Kamaluddin Lahiru. I believe he's there. And after this brief interval, we will be having We'll be, we will be welcoming goodwill messages, hopefully, from the former registrar who has honored us with his presence, Architect Umar Murnai and Dr. Bukola Aluku Oloku. We would appreciate your goodwill messages. But before then, the National Association of Architecture Students, very excited to have the HGS here and the first VP have a message or presentation to do. Where is the president of the National Association? Please come up to the stage. National Association of Architecture Students, quickly.
They actually said they have a message. So let's come and see the message. Is it physical? Is it virtual? Okay, I see an envelope coming up. Okay. Please help me welcome them with a round of applause.
National Association of Architecture Students, kindly introduce yourselves and the offices you hold and
Come to the microphone. Come to the microphone here and stay here so that everyone can see you.
All protocol duly observed. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ramlet Hajia Muhammad, the National Association of Architecture Students of Nigeria President. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mohammed Idris Madubi, the National Treasurer, National Association of Architecture Students.
We would like to invite the first Vice President of the Nigerian Institute of Architects. We have an award for you, sir. Thank you.
Wow. Please put your hands together.
On behalf of the National Association of Architecture Students, I confer this award, Special Recognition Award, to Architect Sani Saulawa in recognition of your exceptional dedication and support to the National Association of Architecture Students. Sir, your dedication and commitment has significantly contributed to the growth and development of young architects across the nation. I confer this award today, 24th October 2024.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
We would like to invite
Zimi.
a very special someone to me, so dear to my heart, in person of Architect Chike Chamberlain Ibiano, to the stage. Yes.
Go into the frame.
Okay.
These two are enough.
Okay. Special recognition award to Architect Chike Chamberlain, FNIA, by the National Association of Architecture Students, NAS. Your dedication and commitment have significantly contributed to the growth and development of young architects across the nation of Nigeria. We're giving you this award in October 2024. Congratulations, sir.
So this is part of it.
Okay, it's part of it. Yes. That's the second part.
Wow. Very special indeed. For those who didn't see it, There's a clock, very specially designed, that comes along with the plaque. Very beautiful indeed. Thank you so much.
He's not here. Bye, Nang, I go. Okay. There's a third recipient, Architect Arabi Bello, and receiving on his behalf, maybe Architect Kabiru Layebu can come.
Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
This is a special recognition by NAS to Architect Dr. Arabi Bello. This award is presented by the National Association of Architecture Students, NAS. Your dedication and commitment have significantly contributed to the growth and development of young architects across the nation of Nigeria. We say thank you. This award is given today, 24th of October, 2024. Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations to the students for this very thoughtful gesture. Very thoughtful. I think the round of applause to our young students. So we will just take goodwill messages. Like I said, these were not pre-planned, but Architect Umar Murinai, the former registrar, I think always valuable insights to take. After which, Dr. Bukola Olokun will appreciate a word from you. Thank you.
Please keep clapping until he gets here.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The incoming president of NIA, Akita Sola Junior, because I am the senior. AGS Chike, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon all. This is my first event after retiring from the office of registrar. In fact, I could have been here actually yesterday. Unfortunately, I'm under the weather. You can see the blister already on my face also, on my mouth rather. I'm happy I'm able to make it today. And let me just say a word or two on my tenure as the registrar of ARCOM. As the saying goes, baka iyawa, baka gamawa, ba a yaba ma. This is a saying in Hausa. I've done my best, my little best. I know I can't finish what I wanted to do, and I will never finish it. Not even in ARCOM, but in my entire life. That is a saying in Hausa. I can't finish what I have been wanting to do, and nobody can finish what he wants to do on this earth. It's only God that does it, and that finishes what he wants. And in this kind of situations, you can never be appreciated. Definitely, you will have some people that appreciate you, and you have people that accuse you. That is life. So long as you hold a position, you should expect this kind of things. It's only God that is all in all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He finishes, He achieves, and He completes. Alhamdulillah, I have done my best. And I have moved forward. I have moved forward for others to take the mantle. I've been on the saddle for about 11 years. And it's a record of time that no registrar has ever stayed this long. Not because I wanted to be there for all these years. It was the circumstances that brought about my being there for about 11 years. Alhamdulillah, I have done my best. And the little time I have been there, I know we have achieved a lot. In the sense that from 1960 to date, or rather to the time I took the mantle of office, the registration of ACON was a little more than 3,000, about 4,000. When I came into office, we read that about a little less than 6,000. You can see, within the time I stayed, at least I was able to register more than a third of what we have been able to achieve for the last 60 years. I think we have done our best. In fact, it could have been more, if not of the fact that the last exams was abortive. For one reason or the other, I don't want to go into the details, but alhamdulillah, I know we are making progress. And very soon, that will be a history. And I assure you, very soon, those that have not been registered or were not able to take the exams will have the opportunity to continue. And I pray we will continue to make the profession stronger and stronger, inshallah. Having said that, I want to congratulate the chapter, Kaduna State chapter. I've always participated, one way or the other, in their activities. I think I'm more active in this chapter than my Katsina chapter. Of course, for obvious reasons. I'm sorry, the chairman is here. For obvious reasons, in the sense that this chapter is more active than that of Katsina. And more so, this is the mother of the chapter of Katsina State. So it's only expected, being somebody that is resident in Kaduna, that I will participate more in this chapter than my home chapter. Sorry, I'm sorry to say home chapter. This one also is my home chapter because being a resident here, I think I consider Kaduna as my home. So I congratulate you. And honestly, you have been very proactive. And I want you to maintain this culture because this is the only way we can sustain the profession. And these are avenues where we improve our knowledge on architecture and architectural activities that are going around the country. Not only around the country, even in the whole world. So please, I want to encourage you to please continue the way it has been done, by our predecessors, and continue to fly the flag so that it will be better than what we met it. With this little contribution, I want to say congratulations and I wish you the best. Thank you very much. Please.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Please, a huge round of applause. We're still taking goodwill messages. At this time, I'd like to invite QS Dr. Olubukola Aluku Olokun, Kaduna State Chair, NIQS. As we do it, please escort her here with a huge round of applause. And don't stop clapping until what? Until she gets here. Keep clapping. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us.
The President of NIA, the President of Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. And good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here as Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors Kaduna chapter, and at the same time, the national body. We appreciate the fact that you have invited us to lend our voice to the theme that we are discussing today. As we all know, that urban development is the driver of economic and social development, and the concentration of people and activities within the rural and urban sphere brings with it environmental and social challenges, which can only be tackled through more sustainable development strategies. This is aimed to enhance effective ways of living and working. So this theme is therefore apt, and we strongly believe that this program will initiate practical ways by which the goals of the built environment can be achieved. So we want to thank you for having us, and we wish you a very pleasant program. And thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please appreciate her one more time. Thank you, ma'am. Now, don't forget that we have asked for people who have questions to start to table them, write them one way, write them the other way. Keep them, because we have a session coming up very, very shortly, which will be a question and answer session. Somebody will be in charge of that one. And students, I'm sure you'll really enjoy that session. Make sure you don't miss it. For now, I have the permission of the chair and those in charge to say that we are going on tea break right now. And when we reconvene, the program continues. But I expect that today will be a bit better than what we had yesterday. When we try to get everyone together, please, let's respond, because we are working with time. So, with special permission, we're going for tea break right now. Ushers, please come and ensure that my special guests in front here are escorted to that very special table so that they have served first before those of us who are the echoers come after. Ushers, ensure that the special guests in front take the lead as they head for tea break. Now, my audiovisual people, the way we do it, you want to escort us with very, very nice and soft music that will make our tea digest very, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for tea break. We'll reconvene in 30 minutes, hopefully. Thank you. That will make our tea digest very, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for tea break. We'll reconvene in 30 minutes, hopefully. Thank you.